does it mean to be from Florida?
Well, fuck you, bitch! Fuck you talking about, bitch!
South Florida, man.
Chillin' in the van in Anesthesia State Park, hanging with the fur homie so late it's gotten dark. A little 404 is always laying down its part. Don't care about the money, man, it's all about the art. Don't care about the money, man, it's all about the art. Down in Florida, you know I'm looking for that man. I heard he's kinda crazy and just playing in the sand. He's lost some teeth, smoking meth, and even lost a hand. Wrestling alligators cause he thought they were his friends.
South Florida, man. South Florida, man.
Cause he thought they were his friends. It's all about big truck with next Confederate flags. Chewing on tobacco, drinking beer and gun mags. Everyone has got a gun, there ain't no need to brag. They carry all their ammo in a Walmart bag.
Science is just magic that we understand. Science is just magic that we understand.
Walmart bag. Half the population is just living in their cars. The other half is living in some seedy ass bars. People here so weird, it's like they're coming down from Mars. But I love Florida, that's why I'm spitting out these bars.
My baby mama's a scallywag dagger.
Fuck you talking about, bitch!
But I love Florida, that's why I'm spitting out these bars. Florida!
And I'll tell you what. And I'll tell you what.
South Florida, man. South Florida, man.
We hillbilly backwood top shit, you feel me?
Your favorite thing to steal? People's shit.
Well, look at this wintry hell.
Some
At
might
least.
call it a winter wonderland.
No, not me. This is a white nightmare. But luckily, do you know what it's time for?
Road trip.
Another road trip. And we never get this clip in the opening where we show the kind of bullshit that we're driving away from. It is the last day of January here in 2022, and we missed last year, but we are going to Florida. At least that's the hope. We'll
I was
see.
just gonna say, don't say that yet.
Oh man, there's still lots of restrictions around COVID. You're allowed to travel, you're allowed to cross the border, you just have to be vaccinated and show all your stuff. Here, let's head down this way.
We might not be able to get back, but who cares? We worry about that in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's actually harder to get back into Canada than it is to go to the US. So hopefully all goes well today. And we're just out for a quick walk while the guys at the garage are working on the van. That's right. What would a road trip be without the van starting at the garage? Our resistor for our heater blew today, so we basically just had like...
Today, it did like 2 days ago.
Yeah. So,
Because Ryan doesn't believe in ghosts, and I do.
yeah, so basically we have the option of full blast heat or no heat at all. So these guys are going to fix that up today. Very minor little part repair, and we're going to be on our way. So, all right, we'll meet you back in the van on the way to Florida. It's right there.
What?
I-90. It's right there. It's right there. We just got to get through there. Well, sweets, we did it. Made it across the border.
Barely.
Yeah, they asked us for our reservations for each place that we're staying, and she said, "Do you have reservations for the entire time?" And we said,
And you lied.
I mean, we're pretty close. We got reservations in Ocala State Park, Forest National.
But like, most of the time we don't really have any reservations. So.
No, but luckily this time we actually are staying at a KOA in Miami for a week, so I actually had enough email like reservation confirmations to show her, but she actually looked on my phone and wanted to see. But we're here, we're on the I-90, we are traveling south, and today we're gonna stop at a Walmart in Fayetteville, West Virginia.
Fayetteville, shout out to Catherine and Tyler. Chill. They'll know what we're talking about, or what I'm talking about, because you don't.
I guess I am, I don't know, but we just have extra time today. We got a nice chill drive.
Because you perpetually live in worst case Ontario.
Of course I do. But, you know, by this time tomorrow, we'll be cruising up to North Carolina, and we're going to stop at our very favorite McDowell Nature Preserve for a couple days and check out Charlotte. So, you know what? I don't know. We'll get a little bit of footage on the drive down, but look at this out here.
But we don't want to see it.
No, we don't want to see this at all. All right, but that's enough for now. We're going to find a place to pull off and get the dogs out of their crates and get everybody set up for a long drive today. All right, North Carolina, next stop. Welcome, Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, it seems like something always happens on the road to the van that needs to be fixed. And this time, yeah, we were backing into a spot at Walmart the other night for a little overnight snooze, and there was like snowbanks all over the place, and as I was backing up, I thought it was just a snowbank, but it turns out there was a giant boulder under the snowbank, and yeah, took a little chunk out of Stevie's fairing here. Now it is fiberglass, so in the spring when we're back at home I can always take some fiberglass and just fix this and smooth it out, but for now on the road I'm going to sand it down, tape it off, and give it a little coat of paint and clean this up. Well, we made it. We're in Savannah, Georgia, and the weather is perfect. 25 degrees, it's gorgeous out. And they even rolled out the welcoming committee for us.
We almost got mugged.
Fuck yeah, well, you're assuming it was going to be a mugging.
Or beating or something. I think they were trying to steal something.
So we went down to the waterfront. That's where we wanted to go for a little walk, and we found a nice parking spot. We paid for our parking, and just as we were getting everything ready in the van, we had the side door open. And this fucking like dirty ass street dude pops right in the door and starts mumbling all kinds of shit about fucking his family's here and they need a ride to Oregon. Then he starts, he sees our dogs and he starts talking about how he's lost his dogs and all this shit. And he's like trying to push into the van, and our bags were right there with money, passports, everything. So I start moving everything out of the door. And now I'm holding on to the front seat because I'm thinking this guy might try and pull me out of the van, and I got my leg cocked because I'm ready to just fucking chest kick this dude right across the fucking parking lot. And then he says, "What's your name?" And I said, "Ted." Then he spins around and he starts waving to his friends, "Hey, it's Ted." And the second that guy turned around, fucking grabbed the door and I fucking slammed that shit. I slammed that shit and locked the door so fast I didn't even know I locked the door.
And then you got in the driver's seat and started backing out.
I couldn't back out because when I started the van, the alarm started going off and I was like, "Oh shit, I locked it." It was like instinct. I hit the lock, like I had the keys, they're always sitting here. I was ready to go. So as soon as I slammed that door, I just locked it. Holy cow, man. That was an adrenaline rush. And my fight or flight certainly kicked in, and there was no option to flight. We're in the van and he's in the door. I was ready to go, man. I was ready to go. So, you know, hopefully, Savannah, you can turn this around for us, but I hate to say it, I don't have the,
Thanks for...
sorry about that. Yeah, I don't have the, sort of the best taste in my mouth. Wasn't the best introduction, and you know what they say, right? You only get one chance at a first impression. Not the best first impression, I gotta say. So let's see if you can make it up to us over the next couple days before we head down to Jacksonville. And let's check this out. Well, I mean, it was good to be back on my skateboard, and I think I'll talk a little bit about this later because I just need a little bit of time to process the fact that I tried to keep it within some limits and still ate some shit on my first day back on my skateboard. I mean, that's what the sport's about, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about this right now. Drinking?
Jim Hortons.
Jim Hortons. Is that the American ripoff?
Timmy's, but not the real Timmy's.
Thankfully. Where are we at?
Somewhere outside of Jacksonville. We're in Jacksonville, but on the outskirts.
Oh, you're darn tootin'. We're in Jacksonville, Florida. We finally arrived, so...
Oh, weird little poopy things.
Oh, look at those. Little tree nubbins.
Tree poops. Tree turds.
Yeah, so we're all done with our pit stops. I mean, North Carolina was fun. Charlotte. Georgia, no comment. But this is the what I will refer to as the meat and potatoes of our trip. Actually, since we're vegan, should it be the tofu and potatoes of our trip? Maybe?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're down here in Florida now for about 2.5 weeks, and we are going to love it. And we're going to take the dogs for a little walk on this rail trail that we found, and then we're going to come back and repeat the whole thing again on our inlines. Jacksonville, and I think we're gonna take a mulligan on today. It's supposed to be cold and raining all day, and we're here at the Juicy Crab. I don't know how juicy that is, but that sounds kind of gross. And we found ourselves a nice little spot here, and we're just gonna chill here for the day. Chris has got to work, and I'm gonna do some video editing, but our batteries are depleted, so I'm gonna pull out the Honda generator and fire that up. So I think what we're gonna do is pull the van forward, fire up the generator, back the van over the generator to protect it and soundproof it, and then we can get a little bit of work done, and hopefully the rain lets up in a little while and we can walk the dogs. freezing, kind of chilly. So today we're going to actually, instead of trying to stay on the beach, we're going to go down the strip adjacent to the beach here with all of the touristy stuff. So check it out. what they do here?
Cheer.
Word. It's where they do Cheer. You know, the Netflix show Cheer. What's that? You don't watch Cheer. What's wrong with you?
Everybody does. Come on.
The Cheer band shell. Chickpea, did you make this thing? Impressive. Well, you're certainly going to notice the quality change in some of our video clips because we've been using a 360 camera on this trip, and I've been loving it. I've had it for a couple years, and we've been using the Insta360, and this is kind of the main core component of the Insta360 because it's a little modular setup, right? Like all these little things. There's the little, you can see there's the 360, and it all goes together. And last night, I've had it, how long we had this? About a year and a half now? Mm-hmm. Last night, this motherfucker heated up so much, it nearly started on fire. You couldn't even hold it in your hand, and you could smell it. It just fried. Fucking fried, this fucking piece of shit. And you can't get a replacement. They're impossible. Can't get them anywhere. So we've now gone with the GoPro Max, which is the GoPro's 360. Probably should have done this the first time round because GoPro has always been a trusted companion. But that just dinged us $800 on this trip. $800. What we do for the video. That big. Hey, it's a Sam Squanch. Pretty impressive, but I think it's time to go.
It's perpetually 9 o'clock. It's only 9?
We are on our way to the vet because Chickpea's not doing so well, and it's been a couple days, and this is our second trip to the vet. And I just filmed an entire rant about what's been going on our trip. So I'm going to put a link to that rant below because it ended up being so long that I'm not going to include it in the video. I'm just going to put this, so you can check the link below this video if you'd like to see the full rant about what the hell happened. But let me just say, we've had a pretty crummy trip, and a lot of negative things have happened on this trip. From people trying to get into our van in Savannah, to people bothering us for wearing a mask in Jacksonville, to our dog's vomiting and lack of sleep and
etc.
etc. So this will go in the video, but if you want to see the full rant about everything, you can check the link below. Otherwise, we're pulling into the vet and we have to get Chickpea looked at again.
And it's not just a regular vet, it's an emergency vet, so
Dollar bill, y'all.
it is Sunday today. Dollar bills. Oh look, our spot's open.
Hey P. Look at how puffy your eyes are, baby girl. Ugh, look at this. Hives. Yeah, she was pretty sick, vomiting. They gave us some Serenia, which is an anti-nausea, and she held down food all yesterday, but then we woke up this morning and her eyes are all puffy and closed, and now she got hives, and I thought it was the right thing to bring her back. So here we are at the emergency vet here in Leesburg, Florida. Well, all done at the vet. That was quick and somewhat painless, and even not too painful financially. Eggs. Yep, that's what the vet said. The eggs caused that. So no more eggs. So now it's going to be ground turkey and rice for the rest of the trip. They gave her some Benadryl. All's well. Chris is getting ready. I'm going to drop her off for a run on the way back to the campground. And so it goes. Well, if there's no smiles on our faces and you've made it this far into the video, then you probably know why. But this is our last stop before we make it down to Miami, which was kind of the destination in the first place, only it took us 2 weeks of hell to get down there.
But it was on purpose though.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be 2 weeks of hell, it was supposed to be 2 awesome weeks. We'll head down this way. And everybody raves about the microphones on the GoPro Max, so yeah, it's a pretty windy day out here, so let's see what these microphones can do. But we're here in Titusville, Florida, and I really enjoyed Ocala, but there's not much to do in Ocala, and the problem was anytime we needed something, we had to drive 45 minutes, like to a store or anything, so we ended up wasting a lot of time. It was a real bummer. And on top of that, vet issues and all. Anyway, let's not get into that. Let's go down this way. Yeah. So we're going to take the dogs for a walk. I don't know if we're going to go out inlining. We were hoping to here because there's a lot of cool paths to check out, but the wind is really whipping through here today. I don't know how much fun that'll be, and we're both sleep deprived and tired. Crossing our fingers for better days in Florida or Miami.
Maybe warmer fucking weather.
Yeah, look at us. I'm wearing 4 layers. It's like 10 degrees and super windy out here today. And I get that we're still in sort of central Florida, but like I could count the number of really warm, beautiful days we've had on half a finger. Anyway, let's go check out Sandpoint Park, and then we'll leave our final pit stop as we head down to Miami. That's the dog park.
No animals allowed. Are dogs animals?
I guess, but like it's a public park. No dogs at a public park?
No dogs. Fuck you guys.
Sweet home for the next week, huh? Welcome to Miami.
Bienvenido a Miami.
What do you think of this KOA?
It's KO great.
I don't know, man. What do you want for the heart of Miami? Like a campground plunked right down. But it's quiet. It seems safe.
I don't know how quiet it is, but whatever. It's a spot.
Yeah.
Nothing to get nailed for.
I would say the area doesn't look super good, but there's no other possible way to park anywhere overnight in Miami. So we did what we did. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna hang out for the night in the van. We got some work to catch up on, and then yeah, we'll get to doing Miami stuff this week. We'll see you there. Once again, made it to the beach, and it's dreary. This is like the history of every friggin' time we've tried to go to the beach. It's either been sunny and cold. Today is kind of warm, but looks like it's gonna sprinkle.
Suits you just fine, Mr. I Hate Sand.
Yeah, I'm not a big sand fan, but if we're gonna come to the beach, I'd rather it was nice. Oh well. We're gonna take dogs for a walk. Then there's a little skate park over here I want to check out. And then we're gonna drive a little ways from here to a better beach where we can actually go and walk on the sand. We'll see you there. Second park of the trip. I think it's actually been 2 weeks since Savannah, Georgia. I'm doing my best to keep up on my physio every day, even on vacation. And we're here in wonderful Miami Beach at the North Shore Skate Park. It's a little tiny dude, but yeah, we're gonna have some fun today. Just gonna stay here for a little bit. And remember, I'm still grounded, so it's all about 4 on the floor. So let's see what I can come up with here. You know, I can still like caveman drop onto some stuff. It's the actual act of ollieing, that snap, that puts all the pressure through my left knee. So let's see what I can do and get creative without actually ollieing. That's kind of what it looks like to be grounded. And if some of you are thinking, look man, you were kind of jumping onto stuff, that doesn't bother your knee? Yeah, kind of did actually. So some of that stuff, like the little frontside board slide on that ledge, when I landed, that put a lot of torsion into my knee. So yeah, I don't know. That's why I switched, and I try to switch ollie. I don't know, I'm still experimenting with what I can get away with without any knee pain, but that's it for today, about 30 minutes, and I'm gonna call her quits. I will say, it's better than not skateboarding at all. my knees today.
What do you want? You just gotta give us some space like that up. Just go ahead, go.
What's up? We did it. We are in downtown Miami. We've come to Florida so many years, and we just never bit the bullet to come down here. We drove down at 5 in the morning just so that we could find parking down here that didn't have to face the traffic coming into town. Yeah, this is it. And we're in front of the arena where the Miami Heat play. We're right here in the heart of it. So we're gonna, I don't know, we're gonna check out downtown and see what's going on here in Miami proper. Well, we're coming towards the end of our week here in Miami, and today, just too hot to take the dogs out. It's going to be over 30 degrees by noon, and I think we've already seen everything we wanted to see in Miami. We went to Miami Beach, we did downtown, and we've been to Miami before. So what we're going to do today, we've strapped on the old three-wheeled speed skates here, and it's about 10K skate down to Hollywood Beach. So we're gonna do the round trip, go hang out, check out the boardwalk. Dogs are back at the KOA campground, and since our van is plugged in, we got the AC just blasting. They'll be nice and cool. All right, let's see you down at the beach.
Are you making dinner for us?
Oh boy. What happens when your dogs get sick on the road? Now we gotta cook them home-cooked turkey and rice meals. Might as well do it in a batch.
As vegans.
Well, our time here at the KOA in Hollywood, Florida has come to an end.
Thankfully.
Yeah, you know, nothing against this KOA. I will say the only thing I wasn't expecting is it's in a shit-ass neighborhood. So if you ever come down to stay here, the KOA itself, I felt pretty safe. Yeah, we had some run-ins with some idiots with their dogs off leash, yeah, in this tiny little setting and stuff like that. But overall, I mean, it's got a shower, it's got laundry, and it was quiet at night, except for the fact that we're next to a main road and people were drag racing down the main road sometimes throughout the night. But I'd say overall the stay was okay. The neighborhood, not so good. I mean, you had an incident yesterday just walking down to the store.
Yes. So I got sexually harassed by somebody who would not let me get on my way. I was by myself because I was walking over to get medications for the dogs because they're sick again. And he wouldn't let me go, and he wanted my number, he wanted to give me his number, he kept asking about my husband, and basically looked me all over with his eyes, no shame, and I felt beyond uncomfortable, and I was super scared. Thought he was gonna hurt me. First thing I did was call Ryan, who came on skates.
Well, I'm not gonna let you walk home. I mean, even like the Walmart's the closest place to get some groceries, and we have never had a problem getting like groceries. We are vegan. We've never had a problem. Just like tofu, just simple things. Do you know what I mean? But like
Tofu to us seems so
but
basic.
it's never been. There's never been a Walmart that just didn't have a package of tofu. And
Until this one.
this one, I'm telling you, even look, I get it, man. I get it. People are in different economic circumstances, and it's not like we're wealthy or anything. We're driving around in a 20-plus-year-old van. But like, just not a good crowd of people in there, and there's a lot of homeless people in the area that will harass you. So also our time in downtown Miami, I'm glad we went downtown Miami to see it, but I did not feel safe for even a moment. And there was, again, a lot of just really weird, but that's any major city, so I'm not dinging Miami. I mean, you go downtown Toronto, you know, back home, and there's plenty of weirdos there too. I didn't feel good in this city, and this is our second or third time in Miami.
It's our third time in Miami.
And for me personally, I would say it's probably my last, like coming right into Miami. I've seen everything I wanted to see here. The beaches were nice, but you know what? It's Florida. There's plenty of fucking beaches everywhere, especially over in the Gulf Coast where we really enjoyed it. So I would just say, you know, thanks Miami. You showed us a good time. You showed us a shit time. And
You showed us what you really are.
Yeah.
Which is not very good.
Yeah. All right. Well, time to get into the van and start the first leg of the journey home. We're headed to Charleston for our first stop tonight, but
Is that
we've
Georgia? Charleston is Georgia?
no, South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina.
But we've decided to stop at Kona Skate Park in Jacksonville for a little break. Chris wanted to try it out on her inline skates, and I thought that'd be fun. I've skated the place a few times.
Well,
and
I feel like we're close enough to home that if I break a bone,
you won't.
I'll just make it
We'll keep her
home.
low key. So yeah, we're gonna stop there and try our inline skates out at Kona Skate Park, and then we should pull into Charleston tonight. See ya, Kona.
What?
Back to Kona.
Back at Kona.
Only this time I brought my fruit boots. And I gotta say, I've never been to a skate park on inlines before. And I'm actually a little bit worried about getting some harassment, a little bit of criticism. Doesn't look like anybody else is on inlines. I mean, I know the place is inline, scooter, and roller skate friendly, but I'm gonna see what the vibe is like when I go to a skate park on inlines. Are you ready for this?
I'm a simple man, don't wanna
What you got there?
I got some COVID tests. You
Why?
can just buy it from the store.
Why do we have COVID tests?
Because we're afraid and we don't feel very well.
No, we do not feel very well. And they're not necessarily the symptoms of COVID, but the symptoms of COVID seem to be everything.
We just want to make sure.
And
because we can.
FYI, grossness warning coming now, but we've both had diarrhea now and stomach discomfort not even stomach, gut discomfort. It's either because we haven't been sleeping at all or because we're afraid we're sick, and if we have a positive test, we can't go back home. So we do have PCR tests scheduled for tomorrow, which is what we need to get back across the border.
Until March 1st.
Yeah, but I'd rather know today, because if we have COVID, we got to start making plans for where we can stay for the next week until we can go home. Let's do this.
You take 6 drops of this and you put it in the top hole. And you swab. It says 15 seconds each nose in circles. Don't spin it.
Each nose?
Nostril. And then you slide this into the thingy, rip that thing off and just close it and wait.
Well, guess we don't have COVID.
No, but it doesn't explain why we're shitting ourselves.
Nope. I don't know, but I think we should sanitize the van.
Why are you keep shooting the ceiling?
Well, when I'm looking at you to talk to you, it's very hard to know what my arm is doing. They're not connected. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna clean this van good today, because
I blame it on the dogs. You just blame everything on the dogs.
I don't know. Anyway, we gotta get out of here. We're back in Savannah, Georgia. That's as far as we made it last night on our drive. Still got another 2 hours to get to Charleston today. Let's get on the road. this out. Yeah, look at that. This is, I think I read something like 12 miles of concrete paved trail. We're in Columbia, South Carolina. We're basically on the drive home now. And we made a pit stop here today to check this place out. So we've got to go to Charlotte today, and we have appointments to get PCR tests done this afternoon, because you have to have a PCR test to get back across the border until March 1st, and we're crossing only a few days before that. So fuck, we got just fucked out of $500 on this one, but what are you gonna do? And I did a little bit of research last night, and this looked like a cool place. Check this out. So I thought it looked like a good place to come and walk the dogs for a little pit stop, and I think we're going to take our inline skates. The trail's looking a little damp, but it doesn't look so damp that it's going to spray up into our bearings and rust us, so I think we'll try it out. So yeah, we're on our way home. I don't know what else to say. A lot of driving from this point on.
Good fucking riddance, US. That's what we have to say.
Yeah, maybe this is a good time for that. How did you feel about this trip?
Worst trip ever. Hashtag.
I think we already kind of addressed that when we were just before we left the, I don't know, you want to call it a campground, trailer park, whatever that KOA mess was. Yeah, this has been a terrible trip, and it continues to just be marred with all kinds of just stupid little issues. Oh well, I mean, overall, I guess I'm glad we came down, because they've just been hit with snowstorm after snowstorm back in, you know, our neck of the woods. So at the very least, it's been nice to take the dogs out every day and not trample through snow. But overall, I would say this has been probably my least favorite trip we've ever taken, and not because of us. Although you and I have not been feeling well. Starting to feel better because we put ourselves on the classic brat diet for the last day. Dogs weren't well, we weren't well, we ran into all kinds of stupid problems and had all kinds of assholes bothering us, so.
Right up to last night, right?
Right up to last night. Anyway, anything else to add?
No, I was gonna say fuck this shit, but no, fuck this shit.
Yeah, okay, so let's enjoy this trail as much as we can. And then maybe we'll take our skates back out on it, and then it's time to get a swab up the nose before we head home.
At least it's not up the butt.
Good point.
Actually, I think I might prefer up the butt though.
We'll see. Thank you very much. That wasn't so bad.
No, you didn't even go back and poke your brain.
No.
Did we do it wrong by poking our brains?
I don't know. Maybe lost a few IQ points. Wow. Okay, so I guess in 60 minutes we know if we can go home or not.
60 to 90 minutes. Here are our appointment ID numbers.
All right, well, let's start making our way home.